So, I was
Colette.
right.
Yeah, you're right.
I was right. I'm wearing my Aiden Hutchinson jersey because hopefully I was right again and we won yesterday.
I can't do the same thumbnail twice.
No, you can't. But I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna go with suspicion because I don't know. It's the only time this is my first chance us actually in the playoffs. So I'm going off nothing. So I'm gonna stick with my superstition and keep saying that we won. And
Well,
wearing
shit.
Lions gear.
If that's a superstition, I do have to make the two
No,
thumbnails.
it's fine. He was right again. He was right a third time. All the way to the Super Bowl.
That'd be.
I made a blue drink.
Man. Oh, nice. I have a Molson Canadian beer.
Okay. It's good. It's I tried saying I tried making that. I don't even know if I told you this. I was trying to make an ice cream sundae cocktail.
Yeah. I think we might have talked about it on here.
Oh, well, I started trying to make that, and it does not come out in any other color.
You have the box on your head again.
Fuck.
Yeah. We figured out my audio shit, and now it's the box on your head.
I got it. I remember what it is. I just gotta remember to click it off every single time. Because I don't fuck with the camera settings to be like, just auto turn it up. But no, I tried making it, learned I need to not put all of the... I did all the banana in the vodka instead of just straight bananas and not the peels. So the peels browned too much, and they made it too brown. Versus, like, if it was the regular banana, it would have probably been a lot more clear, and that would have been better.
Yeah.
So I didn't put that together for this. So I just threw all of the... I went out today to Total Wine for the first time in a while and grabbed some, it's called Giffar's, like banana dip, whatever. It's a banana liqueur. It's a nice banana liqueur.
I think I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah. I was just like, all right, well, I'm not going to use this often, so I'm going to get a nice one that when I do use it, it's good. And it was only, it was like, what was it, $30? For a whole, a lot of like a good one. I was like, okay, yeah, ain't bad. It's really good though, so I said fuck it. So I tried just putting all of the ingredients together in this thing with some vodka.
Nice.
Because you can't taste the vodka. And then threw that blue stuff in it because lions and blue.
Good.
And I haven't used it in a while. But, oh man. No, I'm fucking pumped. I'm going to talk about it a little more to finish it off. We won. That was great. I was kind of right about this, not right about the score, but it was a really fucking close game. We won by a point. Yeah, man, it was kind of cool. It was surreal to actually be like, whoa, like we actually won a playoff game. Like, we're in it. And the team that we're versing Tampa Bay, who has also somehow, to me, they've really miraculously made it, because in the beginning of the season, everyone only predicted them at winning 4 games. So, yeah. So the fact that they've made it to the playoffs and they beat the Eagles, who just shit the bed, but like they made it. So I'm like, I'm glad, because we beat them 29-6 this year.
Jesus.
Earlier this year. So I'm like, cool, let's just do that again and get more into the playoffs, and then we'll get our asses kicked and lose. But like,
we'll make a trip,
Yeah, I don't think we'll get our asses kicked. We'll lose, but it'll be a close loss, but we'll still lose. But like, the fact that we'll get that close to a Super Bowl, I'm like, the fact that I can actually say these things and it's not just me being a weird like super fan. In some, like, I'm not some crazy guy. This is like the generic speak about Lions. You can, if you pay attention at all, I'm like, that's kind of cool.
I think I gotta watch through the episodes, but we might be able to make a thumbnail for me being right, because I want to say one of the very first episodes, like really early on, I was like, oh yeah, Lions are going to do great in 2024 and 2025. I remember giving like a 3 or 4 year mark, and I want to say it was in 2021 when we were joking about it. So if I can find that clip, I'll go back and then we'll put Edie was right.
To be honest, it sounds right because 2021, when we started this podcast, is the year that Dan Campbell got hired as the coach. Oh no, I lied. Wait,
I just remember saying it like as like a that's the year. Like no, I don't know shit about sports. You know that.
Yeah, I know that. I'm just kind of like, yeah, no, he took over as the coach in 2021. So, like, that's probably when I was talking about it, because I was starting to get excited because he put out a press, like, his first press conference, like, everyone was just shitting on him because he was, like, you know, he's not a coach's coach, he's a player's coach. So he was just kind of like, he talked about we're going to bite their kneecaps off, and then when you push us down, we're going to come back up and bite your other kneecap off, and we're going to be violent, and everyone's just like, what the fuck's up with this kneecap shit? Where did kneecaps come out of nowhere? And then, like, you know, 3 years later, we're, like, known as one of the most violent teams and just fucking people up, and it's like, yeah, okay. So, like, we were definitely talking about it, because I was like, I like it. I remember saying I really liked it. I thought it was really cool. But yeah, it's cool. We fucking did it, and I'm gonna wrap it up after that.
I mean, there's also like, for non-sports fans, this is where the Taylor Swift of me comes out. But I'm not a Swiftie. Fucking Eminem's been going hard for the Lions games lately, man.
Dude.
Yeah.
He went... Oh, yeah. Dude, I was dying when you sent me that.
Oh,
the bizarre.
I was in the back.
So, like... Because you just sent that to me, and I was just... Or, well, you didn't just send it to me. I just opened it, because I was like... And I was looking at it while we were trying to take down ornaments off the tree, and Melissa was like, what are you laughing at? And so I showed it to her, and then she was saying that she got in trouble when she was like 13 when she liked the one song about that one song, and her parents found out she was listening to it, and I used to say, like, I really loved Purple Hills.
Yeah.
That's
or
such a
Purple Hills,
fucking,
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, yeah, Purple Pills, but yeah. I was like, dude, that's the fucking... I loved that song, and I was like, because she was like, you know, it obviously doesn't really necessarily recognize too much what it was about. Like, I kind of didn't realize what it was about, and I was like, I just love the fucking... It's so good. And
dude,
then...
I knew what all of them were about, and it was a staple in our house, man. We had karaoke nights, and I think I did Blueberry Yum Yum by Ludacris. Also about, I think it's about weed, but, you know, still drugs.
Yeah, that's hilarious. No, yeah, I listened to the hip hop and rap.
Oh, dude, my first...
I mean, I did, but Eminem was about it. I just didn't recognize, because I was white as fuck.
My first cassette tape was Make 'Em Say It by Master P. I had it at the little Fisher-Price karaoke cassette player. I had that, and...
Bring it to school. Just
I got in trouble, man. Brought it to daycare, and it was doing karaoke of your favorite song. I did Big Papa. Yeah. Dude, I knew what it meant, too.
I'm not gonna lie. I would have loved if you... it's either that or you do Mrs. Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You froze.
You froze earlier, too. You came back, though. It might be fully froze.
Slowly but surely. No, you're good now. I'm just... Either way. I was like... I remember discovering them, and... honestly, I don't remember if I've ever talked about this on here. So when I used to do my audio internship, like, years back... one of the guys that rented out the studio, I was essentially he had booked it for a late night session. And so they asked me, like, hey, essentially, will you just, like, stay and hang out with them just because as a representative of the company and just make sure, like, they shut things down correctly? I was like, sure. So I ended up being there, and he was doing some hip-hop artists, and it was like just him and a couple friends. It was really cool. I told him I was there for the audio internship, so he was kind of like showing me shit, and it was real fun. And then he asked me like, hey, would you want to, like, I know you're doing this, do you want to come out to this studio that I'm working out of? It's where Eminem recorded Lose Yourself. And I was like, yes, I do.
100%. 100%.
With no question. So I drove down to, like, it was on 8 Mile. And so, like, I end up going to this place, and he's telling me about the first time that he went into the room there, and it was the day after D12 had just started recording something in there. And he said he walked in, and, like, everything was just really dusty, and he was like, what the hell? And he's dusty. Like, what the, like, yeah, he was like, I thought you said people were just using this room. And then, you know, he was like, oh shit. And he called the guy. He's like, hey man, that room is covered in dust. And he had ended up using one of the other studios, one of the other rooms for free, because he was like, well, yeah, we should have cleaned it off, I guess, essentially, because yeah, it was coated in cocaine. I was just dying laughing because he said that, and I was like, dude, that is hilarious. He's like, and I'm not joking, Brandon. He's like, this shit, like, yeah, like,
that's probably what they did, man. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. They were there for 4 days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He was like, he was there for 4 days. He's like, I'm honestly surprised I didn't turn the fucking computer on and it didn't just start, like, blowing dust out. Like, he was like, it was wild, man. I was like, he's like, I even feel like he got, like, a psychosomatic high just from, like, having, like, touched anything and walked and breathed in the room and being like, am I fucking, like, am I feeling really on it right now? Because, you know, I just got a little bit of this pixie dust in there. Or, and he was like, but it was really cool. So, but it was a nice, I mean, obviously it was a real cool studio, kind of intimate and all that. It was the first time, like they, you know, I saw some of them those wood blocks where they have them.
Oh, the diffuser?
Yeah, the diffuser wood boxes, but the ones that are, like, done by the guys who come into the studio and map the sound out, and each block is meticulously cut to a specific size, and each one costs $10,000. Well, like, each wall had one in this room. I was like, wow. I mean, and honestly, like, the studio is probably, like, about the size of the pod room, maybe a little, like,
sounds about right.
Maybe a little bigger, because
especially for like hip hop stuff is mainly just vocals. So
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it was a smaller, intimate room kind of thing. So it was really kind of cool, and I did feel like there is a bit of that vibe when you're there. Like I think, like, I've heard the theory of, like, they believe, like, ghosts are just like, obviously, like, they live in things, and I was like, I think you can definitely you feel those old vibes. You feel that shit. Like, you could feel like, oh, like, I mean, I know he created it there, but you could still walk into the room and be like, oh yeah, like, you know, there's something here. You feel it. It's cool.
Yeah, I can pick up on that. I haven't gone anywhere cool like that, but yeah, I can agree with that. Like, not necessarily ghosts, but, like, the lingering energy thing. Like, I vibe with that pretty hard. Because I'm a huge, like, you know, the law of positive attraction type shit. Like,
agreed.
The energy you put out is the energy you're gonna get in return.
Agreed.
But also, not to derail that story and go on the ghost things. What the fuck is this? Can you see that on the camera? Like, it's just cloudy. I cleaned my camera. Just this little
Yeah,
spot
it's
here.
just, yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
not back here. It's like
No, I see it.
once I get up here, it's gone.
Oh,
But when I'm right here, it's there.
honestly, it could be it might literally be like the reflection of the light on like the lens of your camera.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. But
Like,
you brought
you
up the
might want-
ghost thing, and I've been staring at that like.
I thought about that when you brought it up, and I was like, I'm not gonna say the joke about like maybe it's just a ghost chilling out in your microwave.
Dude,
but,
no,
like,
I came home from work and walked into my room, and was like, it is freezing.
Also,
in here.
the way you're cut off, more than likely, that's barely gonna make it in the
Yeah,
shot.
that's why I said
That's
on
hilarious.
Discord. I don't think it's going to be visible to anybody watching, but there's just a
Yeah.
fucking cloud over here. And I'm pretty sure it is the light reflecting, but dude, you brought up ghosts and I've been staring at that like, what the fuck is that? Now I'm like, uh-oh.
No, honestly, like, because the second, like, you put, like, your hand over, like, the side of the camera where it blocks the light shadow, it goes away completely. So, like,
Yeah.
you might just want to take some, like, what is it? Post-it note and just, like,
Oh.
stick it to the side.
Good old
Yeah.
Residence Inn. Oh, they're not sticky though.
Oh, fuck.
I'll just fold it under. Nope. Oh, it's gone now.
I'm saying it was working. It did work at a point. It just you
Yeah.
had to find the angle. We'll worry about that another time when it doesn't bug anyone else but us.
Yeah.
Because now we just
I did come back and it was like freezing in here. I figured that out. No, I didn't figure that out because the cleaning person didn't come today. I don't know. My AC and my heat was switched to cool.
Oh.
Yeah,
Huh.
it had my room set to 68, and I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah, that's really weird. I wouldn't want that. Yeah, we had the one problem is now like we have an old thermostat that I just don't feel like figuring out how it exactly works because it's obviously not like do this and this. It's like hit this button and like this, you know. So all of the like, and it's programmed by quarters. You can't program it by time. So it just is like, oh, like the out of nowhere, yeah. So out of nowhere, like the nighttime, like it cuts down, and because we had to disconnect it and reset it when we were trying to figure out the furnace shit, it reset everything, so it's all back down to like 62. So all of a sudden, I'm getting up in the morning and it's 63 degrees, 62 degrees.
Yeah.
Because so I've been trying to figure that out because like, and I'll come down and I'll obviously immediately just start turning it on. So by the time I'm like leaving the house, it was on for like 3 minutes.
Yeah,
and then Melissa gets up like an hour later and has no idea it was cold. But
well, that's kind of like the Nest thermostats, like the smart thermostats. We have one of those too, and I do not like them. Like,
see, I just want to get the one that I can use with my phone, so I can just program it that way, and I don't have to.
Yeah, there's a lot of issues with that though too. Like it will like you have to go into the settings and turn shit off, but it'll be like it's connected to your phone, just your phone, and it's a bitch to connect to other people's phones. Like you got to invite them to the household and blah blah blah. I was on that on George's, and it still didn't even register me. And like, if you are gone, or let's use me for an example. Say I set up the Nest thermostat at Chrissy's house. I'm gone up here until February. It's going to register that my phone hasn't been there and just cut the temp down to save energy. And like, it does that with Chrissy because she'll go to work and be gone all day. And then I'll get home and the house is like 64. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? We've tried to program it not to do that, but it'll be like, oh, no one's home. And just cut it down. And it's like, no, some of us are home. Some of us are.
Oh boy. Yeah, so we'll have to do that and just get at least me and her registered, and then... Well, because then here's the thing, too, is I want to also be able to be like, all right, well, I turn it on from my phone at home, just like, all right, well, because you can't do that in some of the ones, like, you can use your phone to, like, turn it on before you get home, or have it scheduled to be like, all right, well, I get off at 2, turn on at...
Yeah.
2:15,
you can
so I get
set
home.
timers and shit, but there's so much other weird stuff in the if this then that programming that you have to go through and change the setups
That's
on.
fair.
Like, I don't get me wrong, they're a great idea. And setting up the program to be like, all right, cut it this time, rather than having to go do it manually is great, but they don't always work as great as you think. And then, since you have an older furnace, you might have to add some extra wiring and blah, blah, blah.
Well, no, that's the thing, is now I have a new furnace.
Oh, yeah,
that connects through Wi-Fi. He said it's literally set up to Bluetooth and Wi-Fi type thing, so I can, like, do that now. So it'd be even easier, because, like, this way, also, like, if I get, it might be more expensive, but if I get the specific, like, thermostat that goes to that furnace, it'll even tell me, yeah, and that's my thinking, is I'm going to do that. It'll give me the, if something goes wrong on it, it'll tell me the code. Like, it didn't, yeah.
That's
so I can know
sick,
exactly what's wrong. Call him, this code, boom. He knows exactly what to bring, fix, and it's done that quickly instead of, because, like, before when like I told you, like, I looked at the blinking lights like you would with your hot water heater, because, like, it has a certain number of blinks or whatever, and it tells you this means that. And he's like, yeah, they used to do that, so now they're all Bluetooth. So I'm like, fuck it. Well, we might just eventually just say fuck it and just do that in the next couple month or two here.
Yeah.
But, I mean, because I'm getting sick of that old fucking thermostat, man. It's bugging me.
I feel you.
It's been long enough.
I don't know if it's my fucking Nick Miller vibes coming out, but I like the old school shit, man. Like, there's a lot less issues with them. Like, when George and I set up his Nest thermostat, like, it just kept going out. And, like, one night at, like, 3 a.m., I just went downstairs. I didn't rip it out of the wall, but I pulled the Nest thermostat out, and I put the old school fucking Honeywell or whatever that he had. Just popped that in and was like, heat. And it worked. And it set a timer and blah, blah, blah. But I get you. I do like having the ability to, you know, I'm going out of town for X amount of days. I'm going to set a schedule and then have it pop back on when I get close to home. I like that, but I don't know. There's also, like I said, so many other issues with it, like getting people registered to where it picks up your phone, and then if you get a new phone, you got to reset all this stuff, and then certain areas, if you don't have cell connection, it's going to register as you're not there, even though you've been there all fucking day. Like, it's some weird shit.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, is I'll probably won't even get a Nest. I'll get something else. I'll get whatever. And, like, I just wanted to have its own app. So all you do is create a profile to the house, so no matter what, all I do is download the app and don't have to worry about connecting a phone. It's just through my whatever login. Yeah. Because then I can create a login that she can also have and log into when she needs to do whatever. If she,
Yeah. And like I said, you can turn those settings off, but sometimes they just pop back on. Because it's all... It's I'm not bad-mouthing their coding. Don't get me wrong on that. Like, they just have to add so much shit for everything you can do, and then sometimes it'll fuck up.
Not come out the way they want. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's fair, man. I mean, it's hard to do. I'm sure it's hard to program all that bullshit, but either way, off of boring adult topics.
Yeah.
I am almost
I forgot
done
we were
with
recording.
Yeah, I am almost done with Baldur's Gate.
Oh, nice. I'm waiting to hear back when the next time I'm playing. It sounds like they're bored with it, so we might not be playing for a while.
I'm gonna say honestly, you should just start your own.
I have one. I'm bored playing by myself, man.
Gotcha. I mean, did you beat it yet?
No, but I've had most things spoiled for me already, so which that's on
That's
me,
fair.
you know.
That's fair. No, I have two battles left, essentially, what I'm imagining so far. From what I could guess, based on all the quests, I've done almost every single quest that I possibly can that doesn't involve the last two battles I have.
Okay.
So I'm probably going to do that tonight when I get off of here. I'm going to go make dinner and then do that.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited because I kind of want to do that and then restart and actually do a different player, so I can have a different type of party. Because I will say, I think the one drawback to being like a sorcerer in that game is it kind of limits you on what party you swap in and out of.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost set up to where you should play like a martial class, like in order to have everybody swapped in and out, like through one playthrough. Because if you're playing something that has magical abilities, you don't really need Gale, you don't really need Will. Like,
yeah,
I'll never take Shadowheart out.
Yeah, me either. No, 100%, because I'm not going to play a healer.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to play a healer. So, that's it. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'd ever want to play a healer. So I feel like if you're doing that, it's just kind of storytell. But
yeah.
I don't know. No, my next playthrough, I'm basically going to play an Eldritch Knight, like I'm playing in our campaign, because I want to be able to mostly attack and then have a little bit of, like, some spells and shit. But
yeah,
I want to... I want to actually be the one that runs in the battle and shit like that versus, like, if I want to be the one that starts a conversation in an important storyline that's going to turn into a battle, I'm the first one up there, and I'm a sorcerer with weak-ass health.
Yeah.
Just getting drilled.
That's how it feels in our game, which I'm glad I went with the Warlock Sorcerer Fighter build, because it's like, I'm the charisma character, so I go up and I talk to everybody, and then it's like, oop, there's a battle, and I'm surrounded by enemies, but I have Eldritch Blast, so I can just fucking shoot, like, everyone away, and then be like, okay, everybody else get in now, you know?
Yeah. No, and I think that's kind of what I'm going to do, is more like not necessarily a sorcerer, but like either a warlock knight or a sorcerer knight. Probably more a warlock, just so I can be able to summon more creatures and shit.
Well,
actually, you can't do that.
I mean, you can. I don't know if Baldur's Gate lets you have like fiends and stuff. I would go
without going just straight warlock.
Go cleric, man. Like, you can be a Tempest cleric and summon like fucking. You got ancestral guardians, spirit weapons. You fucking call lightning down on everybody, and like, they're a tank for like a solo game, like that or what is it, War Priest, War Cleric? Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah, that's not a bad call actually. Is to go cleric route.
Yeah, because the
you
Warlock,
can still get all the heavy armor and shit.
Yeah, and Warlock, you're still gonna be squishy.
Yeah.
But you'll only have 2 spell slots, which they restore on a short rest, sure, but like, you don't get to cast as many things.
No. And that's the thing is and that's the thing though, is I also want to be more of an actual fighter with a sword and then be able to cast spells like Eldritch Blast to push them away, or like Code of Cold, shit like that. Because like I realize like the problem with my sorcerer, like some of the time, like I took some of those class, like those skills, like the Cone of Cold, and I'm like, well, I'm never near the battle, and if I'm trying to hit any of the things, I'm always going to hit my own player with it, so I just didn't use it a lot.
Yeah.
So
I think you'd have fun. Build a blender, man. Just go with a cleric and have that fucking spirit weapon, ancestral guardians. What's the other one?
Yep.
But yeah, build that out, and then like
Yeah.
you got shit whipping around you to where if you run into battle, you hit them before you hit them.
Oh, I use that like a motherfucker in my game.
Yeah,
Shadowheart. Oh my god.
so good in Baldur's Gate, man.
Yeah, I use the fuck out of that ability in my game
Yeah.
because like I will purposely like have her also run in with Karlach.
Mm-hmm.
So like every time, like one, she's always there to heal her, but two, she's always running that. So every time that anyone generally comes in to fight Karlach, she's also getting hit with it. I'm like, yeah, I'll just triple damage it all up, and then, you know, or send her in, wait till she's in there, turn it on, then just run in and hit all three of them at the same shot, and then hit them with a guiding bolt or whatever specific spell.
Yeah. My favorite thing to do is I'll set Shadowheart up with all the shit spinning around, and then I'll cast Cloud of Daggers right next to her. So it's like I've fully blocked off this shit, and then anybody that does get through, I just Eldritch Blast them back into the shit, so they wind up getting blended again.
Oh gosh, I haven't done that. Actually, well, I have done that once. One of my favorite things to do is any opportunity that I can is blow people off of high points.
Oh yeah,
it's so fun.
It's
especially because
so
like it's one of the main reasons I gave Karlach a bow, because like other than to just basically attack when she's just barely out of range, it's to also be like, all right, well, is she getting close enough to someone that can... I want to give her the ability to also launch people off of high points. Because, like, it's great when you just eliminate a whole enemy just because you're like, cool, it worked. You fell.
That's I asked Damon actually specifically for the campaign he's running with us. I was like, can you please make sure there's like environmental hazards? And he was like, yeah, I know the character you're playing. I will put shit everywhere. And I was like, thank you. Because like I full on want to blast people into bonfires, blast them off cliffs. Like I want to do some dope shit with them.
That's fun. I was so disappointed with how I rolled last game because I was like, I mean, I get it because I'm like, we're low level too, so like we don't have barely anything, but I was just like, damn, I didn't do shit.
Dude, I was rolling.
It's funny.
Dude, I was straight up. That's why I did the Flaming Sphere, because I was like, dude, I cannot roll above a 10 right now. I'm just going to make you roll, Damon. Give me some saves, because I can't roll for shit, so I'm going to make your guys roll. And even if you succeed, I still do half damage.
That was smart. Yeah. Unfortunately, because of the class I am, I'm like, I haven't... I mean, I was able to do a little bit of shit. I did my one firebolt, but, you know...
Yeah.
I also, like, before he set his players, I set myself the furthest away from everyone else as a fighter class.
Yeah.
So
I set
like, well,
myself
perfect.
the closest. It was like, uh-oh.
Well, it was my bad for not thinking. He's like, well, you see something to the right. And I was like, oh, I'm going to put myself on the left. I didn't even think about it.
Even before he said that, I was like, I'm full on in marching order. And like,
yeah,
you know, troops go on the right. So I was like,
yeah,
in my head, I'm like, all right, I'm on the right side. And then he's like, you see something on the right? And I was like, fuck. Yeah, I already said it. I said it to myself. I'm in the right. And like,
I didn't even occur to me. I didn't think about it. But like, no, that was good. I next campaign too. I also want to really try Baldur's Gate. I want to try and really do some more funny fuck around shit, because like I've almost played this one through like almost pretty straightforward. I haven't done too much fuckery, like using Karlach, you know, pick up a barrel full of whatever to throw the barrel, you know, some shit like that. Like I want to start doing some stuff like that. Different ability, and then like be able to build out other characters in other ways. That because I was a sorcerer, like again, like it kind of made Gale like useful, but not, you know, I almost built him just the same way I did, so we were just super fucking lots of damage in one shot kind of deals. But like I want to, you know, it'll be nice to have him actually handle that half of the shit.
Yeah.
I don't have to have car lock. I'll be able to use all of the different, like Astarion might actually make sense in my party. I mean, honestly, it will. I don't know. It's weird. I have a very hard time. Like, to me, Rogue is the last one that's always in my party.
For Baldur's Gate, yeah. Like, I love a good rogue in like D&D. Like,
yeah, they're useful as
they're
fuck.
So great. But like in Baldur's Gate, I'm like, I don't want to hear you.
Yes.
You know, like
if he wasn't such a pretentious fuck.
Yeah, which
is a character.
I get it. The character's really well done. The voice acting is incredible, and I just don't
like it.
It's like, and I'm hoping this isn't me in any of my games, but it's like the player that goes too hard.
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, it's impressive, good for you, but like, chill the fuck out, nerd. You know, like.
Well, honestly, in my opinion, I think what makes him the most awkward is the super, super, super old, like you said, it's overdone and super flagrantly like old style English way of speaking.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I get the idea that he is supposed to be old, but even though in ideals, those guys are supposed to figure out a way to blend in, and that they're not blended in at all. Like, it's very obvious. So I'm like, all right, like, I could imagine like a little bit of that, like that old English styling and talk, but like, and they needed to make it a little bit like half of what it was, because it felt like you said, agreed, like that's the perfect way to put it, too much. It was too much.
Like it's good. Don't get me wrong, he deserved to win the awards for the voice acting. It's incredible the shit he's done, but like it's too much. Like, and that's just a personal preference for me, where I'm like, every time I play with him, it reminds me of like playing with somebody who goes too far into character. And also like I can't think. Well, I can think of a few examples when you try to fucking save somebody and it's like Astarion disapproves. That full on reminds me of the players that are like, well, you know, my character wouldn't do this. My character would hate you for this, blah blah. And it's like, we're still a team.
Well, we're a team. Honestly, agreed. It's also one of those like, I mean, like, yes, like, there's within reason. You got to be reasonable. You can't just like automatic like you do anything of this style type like disapproves. But and that was the thing that bugged me about Astarion, was also like, yeah, any good deed you did at all he disapproved of, and I was like, I just don't like you. You're an asshole, and you talk in old English. Like, everyone else speaks normally. Even Gale speaks. He's in it sounds like almost older than fucking Astarion, and he is way more adapted to like what I would say the modern Baldur's Gate speaking was, versus like he's like,
yeah. Which like, again, it is supposed to be his character and shit. So he nailed it, but it's just it's not my taste.
It's not a character. Yeah, I don't like it. It's hard. It sucks. Like I honestly, I just don't think I will ever have a playthrough where he is included in it much, other than like for his quest line specifically.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like, even like, have you made it to the third act yet?
Yeah, we're in Act 3 now.
Okay.
I've seen spoilers of some of his stuff, but not all of it. I will probably watch a YouTube video on him, honestly.
Well, it's not even him. It's like other characters that reveal themselves that you other playable characters in your party that you get in Act 3.
Yeah, we're about to get barbarian. I don't know what he is. The guy who kind of Kratos-esque.
Yes.
Yeah, we're about to get him. Yeah.
Yeah. Minsk is his name. So, yeah, like, where was I going at? I fucking lost it. I was talking about something with, like, his character is pretty well done. I think he's pretty funny. I like him. Don't use him much because you have Karlach.
Yeah.
Like, I did use him for his part of stories and stuff like that, but, like, oh, sorry, no, that's what it is. Because he's a ranger, and I'm a sorcerer, so I don't, like, yeah. But, like, he's pretty cool as far as, like, ranger goes. I've only used him, like, once. If you build them that way, because I honestly, this playthrough, I didn't necessarily build people how I wanted to build them, or how I was like, I didn't just build them without, like, figuring out, like, okay, I just Googled, like, what does everyone say, like, this is his best build? Yeah. And so I just kind of went with that for most characters, unless, like, other than Gale, because obviously, like, I'm a wizard, or a mage, so I kind of, or sorcerer, so I already, like, I just built him slightly different, whatever shit. But like, I just try to see like what's the generic playthrough or whatever. And now this next one, like, I'm just gonna build everyone however the hell I want and see, how it goes and have fun, because I'll know a little bit more how to do it and what. If I'm not, I just didn't want to make my first playthrough like the biggest pain in the dick in the world because I built everyone like shit.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of want to. I want to build everyone wrong. Like,
That's
not in a ineffective way, but like, I want to make Karlach a rogue. I want to
just completely reclass everyone.
Just completely different. I want to make Gale a fucking bard. You know,
make Astarion a fucking
Gale straight up
barbarian.
Gale fucked the goddess of magic. I'm making him a bard.
Yes,
that's perfect. You know, like, make Astarion. I don't know what to do with him.
Like I said, make him a fucking barbarian.
Yeah, just make him some wild shit, man.
Yeah, no, that'd be really funny, actually. Just completely fuck around.
Yeah.
I need to actually try and use that, the withers.
Yeah. What about him?
Because I know you can, like, basically, like, if your party dies, you can rebirth them through him, like, and all that. But, like, I haven't used him for anything else. I haven't summoned anything else.
Oh, dude, you can full on respec, basically. Like, you can redo your stats.
I know.
Like,
I have done that.
Yeah,
I did respec with him the one time to what was it, Jaira. I reset her one time because I was like, fuck it, because I realized, like, I wanted to do something differently.
Yeah,
but then oh no, sorry, Lae'zel. I
make her a wizard.
Well, without revealing a lot of shit, she wasn't in my party for a very, very long time, so she was like level 5 or some shit. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna respec her now, because obviously I haven't used her for fucking ever. So when I finally like found her again, it was I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's just like redo it, because I realized I had set her up as an Eldritch Knight, but that was before I had Gale. And I was like, oh, I had found Gale. I was like, oh, I definitely don't need her to have more spells. So I just reset her.
How long did it take you to find Gale?
Little while.
Okay.
I think I made it through most of the first act.
No shit. I got him like that, man.
No, I didn't have him for most of the first act just because I didn't happen to run into that spot. It was one of those little areas, like, I'd done 90% of the area he was in except for the one spot. Oh, no. You know what it was? Is because I think I saw the thing, and because he's in a portal, right?
Yeah, he's in one of the waypoints.
So I looked at it and I was like, okay, I'm assuming that is some probably high power level battle or takes me somewhere. So I avoided it until the very end. And then I was like, well, everyone kept talking about this Gale guy. And I was like, where the fuck do you get him? And then I finally found it. And I was like, oh, that thing I thought was a battle was a character that would have been helping me this whole time. Because I really did. Like, I think I'd finished. I did. I finished the Goblin Camp.
Yeah, you.
Oh, no. It was It was before I got to the Goblin Camp. Because I did everything else. And then I finally assaulted the Goblin shit.
Nice.
And that was when I had finally got him, because I was like, what the fuck? Like, it had been enough days where, like, people were talking about him. I was like, where is this guy?
Dude, I had that with Carlock. Like, full
Really?
on, like, everyone was sharing memes about Muscle Mommy. Because it was like,
Yeah.
everyone stopped, like, everyone was hyping up Astarion and blah, blah, blah. Like, we remember the fangirling. But then the guys started sharing Carlock, and I was like, where is she?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh,
Where
she's
is
in Act
Muscle
1.
Mommy?
And I full on, I scoured everywhere in Act 1 and was like, Muscle Mommy, where is she? And I found her and was like, you're in my party. Let's go.
Yep. No, she hasn't left my party either, because she's a tank.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't, you know. Honestly, I think that's what'll be one of the fun things too. Is the next party, like, I'll honestly, I will probably make her my love interest, because I think I'm gonna go more tanky. I'm gonna go like tiefling, like she is. So that'll make sense.
Yeah,
And
I
then
did that with
also
my bard.
If I'm cleric or whatever, I might. Either way, I'll still be like a tiefling cleric or some shit. But go that route and then go fighter, and then I'll class her slightly different than me, so that way, like, we have two that they're both my fight class, and then I'll just swap in and out fucking I don't know, because if I'm a cleric too, I'll also have all the healing shit too, so that'll help.
Well, depending on what class you go through, yeah. Like, if you go for,
true.
you know, like DPS and whatnot, you won't have too much, but they're still fun regardless.
True. I'll just have to rely. I don't know. We'll have fun. But I don't know. It's I think it's about time we give it a wrap up. We are a solid 50 minutes in here, and it's getting close to time to make dinner. You froze.
Yep.
Yeah, I just turned it off. So, either way, I'm gonna say thank you guys so much. We love you guys. Thank you for watching and liking and listening, and hope you guys have a good week. Congratulations. Hopefully, Lions on your win yesterday again, and good luck against. I'm gonna call San. It's gonna be San Fran. We're gonna lose. Either way, I'm excited. Have a good week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.